In this video, we're going to cover client filtering flaws as it relates to application security. So we're all familiar with logging into a web application, receiving a code via a mobile device, entering that code, and then being permitted access into the system. This is an example of multi-factor authentication. Now, some companies will actually store this extra code in an input and then hide this input, which is very insecure because all it takes is for the user to be able to inspect the elements, such as what we saw with parameter tampering, to be able to see this value and then enter this value to be able to successfully log in. So what I want you to do is a learning activity. Go to the client filtering flaws section, specifically the hidden fields page, and then read and follow the page description. Basically, you're going to go through 3 pages. The first page is a login page to be able to get that extra code. The second page is you're going to use that code to then log in. And then the third page is to demonstrate what would happen if we didn't get a code. How could we bypass this because the company used a hidden field? So go ahead, pause this video, and try to complete this activity on your own. Come back, and then we'll compare answers. So here I am in Zap. I've already opened a proxy browser. So here we are at the client filtering flaw, specifically the hidden fields. Do not enter in your real password, but go ahead and enter in your username. Then just some random password. Go ahead and hit login. What this is going to do is send you an email with a code. So go ahead and check your email and then copy the code from your email and paste it in where it says enter your code here. So my email sent me this code. Make sure you use the one that your email sent because it will be different than mine. Click verify. And then at this point, you will realize that you have successfully entered the multi-factor authentication code. So now this last part is the exact same thing as what we saw with part 2. But now let's say we didn't get the authentication code. How would we then bypass this if the system didn't protect it adequately? So what we're going to do is we're going to inspect this page. We'll just click this inspect this element picker and click on this input. And we see another form group, and sure enough, here's a text box with a hidden code. So if I just copy this hidden code and try to put it here, maybe this will get me past this multi-factor authentication. And sure enough, it does. It shows that I have successfully entered the multi-factor authentication code without receiving one in the email. So let's look at another client filtering flaw. This is using drop-down filtering. So in a drop-down menu, you'll see a bunch of IDs that someone could pick from. What happened to 103 and 105? If you inspect the page element, you might see that there is actually 2 hidden options inside of the drop-down, such as 103 and 105. So what I want you to do is go again to client filtering flaws, open the drop-down filtering page, and then follow the instructions on that. So what we're trying to do is identify the users with the super user privilege. So go ahead, pause this video, try this on your own, and then come back to compare your answer. Okay, so on this page, we want to discover 2 usernames of users that have super user privilege. As you can see, there's a lot of users listed here. So what I'm going to do is just inspect this page element, and then we will actually go and open this up. We can see that there are 2 options with a hidden class. We can see the value is 108 and we can see the value is 117. So we could either, one of 2 options, remove all of this hidden information, including the class that's hidden, and we would then see how he did it shows up here. So I could select how he did it, and now we have his username, so I can just copy and paste this right here. Another thing that we can do is just change one of these numbers. We know that his value is 117. Change Lunia to 117. And then when I come over here and select Lunia, we will see that it actually pulled up Buddy Hackett's information. So I'll copy that username and paste it there and click submit. And it shows that we successfully discovered the filtered options.